What is up everybody, hope everything is going absolutely fine. This is Parthiv from the Tech Geek and welcome back to another video. In this video I'm going to going a bit off topic and talk a bit about photography. So let's get started. Now the three most important criteria for mastering the arts of photography is shutter speed, aperture and ISO. If you are able to master all these things, then you can be a professional photographer. Now let's talk about the first criteria, which is the shutter speed. The shutter speed is basically the speed at which your shutter closes. Now the more the shutter speed, the less light is going to enter into your photo, because the camera was not able to capture much of light because of the speed of the shutter. So you need to decide according to the situation the amount of shutter speed you need. For example, it is a bright sunny day and you are lowering down your shutter speed to say 1 by 10th or 1 by 20th of a second, then your shot will be overexposed. And whereas if it's night and you are bumping up your shutter speed to 1 by 800th of a second, then your shot will be too dark and you will not be able to see anything. So according to the situation, you need to decide what shutter speed do you need to get the perfectly exposed shot, the optimum amount of exposed shot. So let's move on to the second criteria, which is the aperture. Now you can think of aperture as a curtain. Now if the curtain is wide open, then more light is going to enter into your photo, and the aperture also controls the amount of background blur in your photo. Now the aperture is measured in a unit of f-stops. You can see that in a camera there are f4 and f3.5 and f5 and f6, etc, etc. Now this is basically the f-stops. So the lower your aperture, the more background blur and more light is going to enter into your photo, and if you bump up your aperture, then you will get less background blur and less light into your photo. So if you are shooting macro photography, then you need to widen up your aperture to get more background blur and focus on the subject, whereas if you are shooting landscape, then you need to bump up your aperture a little bit. So now let's move on to the third criteria, which is the ISO. Now the ISO stands for International Standards Organization. It is basically the camera's sensitivity to light. Now the more the ISO, the more light is going to enter into your photo, but you will see grains in your photo. So more ISO can make your photo look a bit, bad, and it might look a bit dull. So if you are shooting night photography handheld, then ISO comes in handy because it will allow you to capture more light without lowering down your shutter speed. So if you are able to master all these three things and you are able to balance all these three things, then you can get a perfect shot and you can be a professional photographer. So that was about the video. I hope you guys liked it. Also, I have an Instagram account named Roy's Click where I capture photos. It is basically my photography account. You can follow it. I will mention it. So I hope you guys like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and turn on the notifications so that you get notified every time a new video goes live on this YouTube channel. Also, don't forget to share this video and leave your thinkings down in the comment box below. So till the next video, this is Parthiv from the Tech Geek, bidding you a goodbye.